Hi, what's up, y'all? It's poppin'. It's D. Boss. Your ex this vid by Alvin and Preach is titled, Do We Need Men? No. Men are useless. Okay, we're gonna see who said this and why, and I'm sure Alvin and Preach are gonna tear into them, rightfully so. But yeah. Oh, also, side note, I read to a video yesterday called Men Switch Up When They Trap Women with a Baby, and women were giving their testimonies about the experience they had with that. And there were people, why are we reacting to this type of content? It's toxic. But y'all be all for it when the roles are reversed. We're always reacting to ways in which women say and do problematic things. Always. From Abba and Preach, Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels when he was alive, I did that a lot. Playback, the list goes on. So we're always hearing from the male perspective, which I understand why I mainly get those type of requests, because my audience is primarily men. I checked my analytics recently and I have like 65% men who watch me. Okay, so I get that you guys are in the majority over here. Cool, got it. But we need to hear both sides. Okay, it's okay to get the other side sometimes. It's fine. You'll live. You'll be fine. All right. Anyway, let's hear what they have to say. Let's watch.
So there's this clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question: Do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. And only one said she thought women needed a man in their lives. Only one. But when
This is such a bitter answer, though. Like, bro, come on. Like, men need women and women need men, obviously, to procreate. But aside from that, who wants to be on a planet with just all women or all men? That shit is weird. That would drive me crazy if I was here and it was only women all around me. Like, I wouldn't want to be here, to be honest. So to say that is just bizarre. So maybe they were joking, but
men were asked a similar question, do we need women? Most of them said yes. So why do you think that is?
That's because we think the human race needs to continue.
So why do you think that is?
Because men are useless.
No, it's because you asked that question on TikTok, and now half the users on TikTok are retarded. That's why. How y'all gonna say because men are useless? Meanwhile, like, you're on a set designed by men, with equipment made by men, with a whole television set invented by men. Like, all this shit, like, if you look at the production crew for this, I guarantee you 95% of them are men. All the technical stuff, vast majority of them are going to be men. But then they'll say men are useless.
I know the producer of that show is a man.
How do you know?
I know. I think I've seen him.
Brian Taylor.
That's what I'm.
When you make comments like this, though, it's like, sure, you can talk about, men are behind these inventions, and okay, great. Everybody has contributed to society, cool. But them having certain positions, I don't think that means just because they are more competent or they're better suited for the job. Let's be clear, sexism does play a role. Like, men are just in higher positions because it's a boys' club a lot of the time. See, we get into these conversations. It becomes a gender war thing, and men are better, no, women are better. It's just all very goofy, but this is the shit y'all send me to watch, all right? I don't pick the fucking videos. Well, I do out of what's available, but this is the best of what y'all send me. So it's like, okay, this might be interesting. All right, cool. It's either this or, can you react to a compilation of best victorious moments or other stupid shit y'all be sending me. So anyway, whatever.
Saying though, we are ready to demonize and like we call all these people from the red pill community crazy and they're misogynistic and they set a bad example for young men.
This is also a bad example.
Because men are useless.
What the fuck is this?
I agree.
That's daytime TV.
I'll say misandry is acceptable on daytime television, but misogyny would never.
Absolutely.
4 or 5 guys sitting around.
But okay, let's not play stupid. It's because of the power dynamics. Okay, just like on the flip side, black people are allowed to talk shit about white people. Okay, I wouldn't even just say black people. A lot of non-white people are able to make slick comments about white people, and it's way more acceptable. But when white people make the same comments, people, they are sensitive about it. It's not fucking rocket science. It's because of the power dynamics and because these other groups are the more oppressed group. It's a whole different conversation about how they're oppressed, and I'll get to that right now. Same thing with women versus men. Women are the more oppressed group. Okay, just with power dynamics, men, it's not even fucking close. Men have a lot more power in this world than women do. Let's be clear. Hello, this is not rocket science. So that is why, it's acceptable to laugh about how men are trash or they're terrible, and white people are trash, they're terrible, because of the power dynamics. Okay, I feel like that's the oppressed group's way of getting some type of power back in their own twisted way, where they're able to make jokes. Same thing with fat and skinny people. Same shit. When fat people make jokes about skinny people, it's everything's funny. But when skinny people start talking shit about fat people, oh, it's a problem. It's a big issue, but that's because the fat people are the more oppressed group. Hello. I don't know why this doesn't click for people. People are so quick to be like, if the roles were reversed, use your common sense. That is why. That's their way. I'm not saying it's right, okay? It's not right to do that, but that is their way of fighting back to a certain degree, and that's why it's more acceptable, because it's like, oh, look, you're cute. You're the you're the less powerful group. You're the less desired group. So you of course you can take your little jabs because you're not really a threat. Hello.
Comedy Central talk about how women would be useless, would get canned and obliterated online so quickly. It's crazy. And y'all know that's true. I remember there used to be shows like that. The Man Cave, the Man Show, and guess what? They all got taken off. Pickup artist shows got taken off. And it's okay, it's fine. You want to say they're bad for sight, okay. What is this?
And the producer is right there, and he's like, that is great TV.
Yeah. Well, the producer he doesn't care about the morals. He's thinking about content, which is two parts, right? There's one part where whoever's in the background thought this would be a great topic, and they were right. It is. Why? Because we're talking about it, and a bunch of other YouTubers are talking about it. It's probably popular online. It's fine. Okay? So there's the content portion of this where they're just trying to basically rage baiting, and it's effective because y'all commenting right now. I already know this video's gonna pop off. Yep. Probably gonna hit at least 70,000 views. So it's good content. It is. But here's the part two. There's people doing this kind of shit for free on TikTok who really think this goofy ass shit. Yeah,
it is goofy.
And saying this kind of stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, what kind of example are you guys setting for your sons? What kind of example are you setting for the young men of today where they're basically saying men are useless?
And some of y'all are going to call this empowerment.
Do you think that is?
Because men are useless. I mean, and by the way, I want to differentiate between straight men and gay men, because I think I would die without gay men.
Right.
Nobody can gossip.
This is so goofy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I know we'll let this shit play. But the amount, stupid. This is what them right wingers talk about when they say wokeness. This is actually woke garbage.
And they don't even be on our side some of the time, so you really look stupid. Like, there are so many gay men who be going in on women, trash women, talk so much shit about them, look down on them, like, bitch, you sound dumb. Not all, obviously. There are a lot of really cool gay men. I love gay men, okay? But to make that comment and be like, oh, but gay men are exempt. Like, girl, as if, they're 100% your ally. Like,
useless, but not the gay ones. I would never, ever say anything bad about the LGBTQ community because they're on the bottom layer. And all the people who are straight and cisgendered are all oppressing the people on the bottom layer. And that's just how society functions. There's layers of oppression. And through intersectionality, I could recognize that.
Him mentioning oppression and we mentioning gay people, that's another example. When gay people make comments about the straights, it's hee hee ha ha. But when the straights make comments about the LGBTQ community, it is the end of the world. But once again, why is that? Because of the power dynamics and because they are the more oppressed group. This takes place all the time across the board. Again, I'm not saying it's right, but that is why it takes place.
Gay men are very much different than
So we gotta stop comparing and being like, why is it the reverse man?
What the f up with this corny shit?
I agree. Very
I
corny,
hate using the word woke. In fact, on this channel, I pretty much never use it because most of the time whenever I use it, it makes me cringe. This is that. This is nonsense. You couldn't live life without gay men? Bitch, where do you live? How do you not function without gay dudes, but then you think you function without straight men? Every time you have a problem, you got a plumber, you got a whatever it is, you're not calling no gay dude.
Right.
Stop the cap. Other than your hairstylist, most gay dudes are probably not interacting with you on a professional level. Man, shut the f up.
All the things that you do, probably the fillers and the boob job and all of that you've got was perfected by those men. It was done by men. So all those things.
Well, maybe it just depends on where you live, but LA has a lot of female doctors, like a lot. All my doctors, no. My dermatologist is a man, but most of my doctors are women. From my primary care physician to my gynecologist, and I didn't pick these people; they were just like assigned to me, and I was like, whatever. I got a few more doctors. Anyway, when I go to just female doctors everywhere, so let's not use that as a very outdated argument, my brothers. A lot of female doctors.
The people that are working on the canvas for the gay people to apply the makeup on is men. It's a collaboration of both. One is not better than the other. It's just that you're not like suddenly woke or great because you're bashing one versus the other. You're not good.
It feels like 2016 again.
And nobody can gossip.
And my dermatologist is now a man. It used to be a woman.
Nobody can help you accessorize like gay men. Nobody can help you keep you from doing harm to yourself like gay men. But with the exception of somebody like Steve, I think Steve is very self-sufficient.
That's Joy's husband.
But like my husband, it takes a village of women to make sure that he's not emaciated, starving, and living in his own filth. He can,
Yeah.
But you guys are married.
I have had.
Who is
That's embarrassing that y'all are married to these people who are like this. That's the embarrassing part. And you're remaining there, girl.
If she's married to a rich dude, let me find the view cast. Y'all, let me see this.
If she is married to some rich dude,
Anna Navarro? She sounds like an Anna Navarro. Al Sardinas. Now look. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Al Cardenas.
that sounds rich as fuck.
American lawyer and lobbyist. Oh my God. Politician, conservative activist who is a partner in the law firm of Squire Patton Boggs and the Abbott. Oh my days. Let me look up this man's net worth. Let me find out.
He has been named as one of the Washington, D.C.'s top lobbyists by the Hill newspaper.
So she married a fucking millionaire talking about, oh my God, he's so useless.
My husband, it takes a village of women to make sure that he's not emaciated, starving, and living in his own filth. He can,
Yeah.
But you guys are married.
I have had.
You guys are married.
I have handy Manny at home. He fixes everything when things go bump.
He's a handy mandy. Listen, let me tell you guys something. All these standing right here at this table right now, none of them cook their own meals. They don't clean their own houses. They all got nannies. They all got cleaning services. They all do that, okay? If you've been in Hollywood long enough, you know none of these women are doing none of this shit when they're on television half the time. That's cap. They're talking about these dudes is useless. Man, you hire women to do your labor because you operate in the world like a man.
Everything when things go bump in the night, he's the one that goes downstairs. When there's a bug to be exterminated, he does the extermination. When there is something to be fixed, he fixes it. He throws out the trash and he throws out the recyclables. I enjoy all the man stuff.
So
Period. I love that.
She's really talking about a servant, let's face it. No, it's a handyman she's talking about.
No, it's a handyman.
And so what's wrong with a handyman?
So when he useful, he a servant? Alright, go to hell. I don't watch shit like this. I've always thought daytime talk show shit is bullshit. I never even watched Wendy Williams, and I react to her quite a bit. Well, I used to react to her quite a bit over here, and I've enjoyed the compilations and stuff, but I never watched that shit. The View, The Real, I've never watched any of these things. This shit is just, this is sad. Y'all ain't even making sense at this point.
Well, because when you need to get your shit, when you need to get your shit fixed.
You know what? They're pandering to the women who are like bitter and lonely at home and like on the couch, like, yeah, like fuck man, just me and my vibrator. Living the life. Like, that's what they doing. They gotta be, because of what are y'all even talking about?
You call the handyman, which is a man. Because he's a man, we're just gonna put him aside?
But hold up, the stuff that you guys are talking about is cooking and cleaning. Isn't that a servant's job too?
Yo, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's not making sense.
Oh, it's a handyman with benefits.
We do not have, well, but the things that you're describing, you could pay somebody to do that. We're not talking about that.
Yo, the argument is horrid.
And the things that women do, we can't hire somebody for?
The argument is horrid.
Man, you do hire women to do that shit.
Yes.
That. What about the inner life of a man? That's what this is.
I need my man 3 to 4 times a week. And for you guys.
To clap them
That's the
cheeks.
time I need a wife. Because I've always said
Everyone
that.
needs a wife.
No, I tease Vicky.
Okay.
Wait, stop. So she just essentially went on TV and said, I need my man for his dick 3 times. Do you guys really think men can get up here and say, my wife is just a whole lot every now and then? Bro, the level
Stop
of disgust
it.
that these people
Stop
are displaying
the
is
comparison.
crazy.
With my producer in
But
the
they do
morning, I was
sound
like, if you'd
stupid.
like to join Max and I, not in that way, but like, Vicky and I could kill it as a household runners. Like, we would be laughing, giggling, doing all the things, and Max would be so psyched I was wasting all my words somewhere else.
I'm so lonely. That's how it would end up.
Listen.
Okay, listen. This man versus woman shit
It is
is
hard.
getting old.
It's been old, but you know what? And it's like, us as creators, we keep saying this, but this is the shit y'all tell us to watch. And obviously, we're going based on what y'all want to see. So, of course, we're going to talk about it and discuss it. But this is what the fuck y'all want to talk about it and discuss. Alright? But yeah, this shit is just tired. And like I say all the time, I don't deal with this in my real life. I just don't. This male versus female dynamic is just not a fucking thing in the social circles that I run in at all. Like, and I don't hear these conversations taking place when I'm out and about. It's just not a thing. So just for it to be so prevalent online is just like, y'all need to go outside and live. Because the average person does not like talk like this or think like this.
Tired.
Bruh.
Whatever.
Old, tired. Don't listen.
You know what would happen?
Preaches
Women
me.
live together and drive each other crazy. You know how I know? I'll tell you how I know this is true. That 2 women living together is just not always going to work out. Because lesbians break up.
Right? So it would be a perfect combo. And the other day, Caleb said to
Y'all
me,
wrap
this is my
this shit
youngest
up.
son, he said, Mama, I want a spare mom. And I didn't know what he meant. And he said, Genevieve has a spare mom. And I realized the parents
that,
are
a
divorced.
nanny?
No, divorced. An extra mom, like 2 moms. And so I asked him, because at first I was a little wounded. I was like, what am I not doing? You know, and he's like, no, I just think at bedtime, you always have to pay attention to the other kids too. And if we had a spare mom, dad, and you could, then you just get to focus on me. And it was so sweet.
Girl, he
You
ain't
asked for a
said
spare
that.
dad, by the way.
I took this totally differently in how I prepped because broadly speaking, I feel like men have proven largely useless. Like I think in the political moment, the people who are saying what needs to be said in my party, it's all women. The very few men, with the exception of Mike Pence and a few others, are saying what they need to. But in life, like I need my husband. I don't know if I need any other men, but he is irreplaceable.
Yeah, I think so.
But that's what I'm saying. We like our husbands, we just don't need men beyond that.
Yeah, wait till you're married 20 years and you'll see how
The
replaceable they
reason
are.
that women, I think that the reason women can stay married for as long as they do is because they have a lot of girlfriends. They have a village. They have girlfriends. Because I always have to initiate the conversations. He'll step up, but I have to start initiating.
I just told you guys, I have 8 girlfriends from Panama here who are girlfriends for 50 years since they were in kindergarten. And they were saying yesterday that they've gone through divorces, they've gone through challenges, and having that village of women has made it possible.
But we are more collaborative than men. I think there have been studies that say that women have much closer friendship relationships than men do.
Because
Again, I think we have to make a differentiate gay men.
No, gay men are
in their own category.
Yeah, but we're not married to gay men, okay?
Oh.
But women have conversations about their feelings. Men talk about sports.
I don't have that experience. Patreon. My patrons, y'all know I be spilling my friendship tea over there, okay? And obviously this is only specific to me and my life, and it's highly dependent on where I live. Me being in LA, maybe all of that plays a role, but I'm pretty sure they're in LA. She mentioned a city that's in LA County, but it's like That ain't my
Well,
experience.
I don't know. My husband talks about his feelings with his.
Maybe he's gay.
Oh my God! Let's that's funny. Still, let's just disregard all that shit.
All
Yeah, no,
stupid.
trying to put a valid
It was a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke. Absolutely, it's not the fact that it was a joke. It was the accumulation of all that.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
everything.
Every time she was speaking, she got dismissed. Yeah, the last one was a little funny one. That's funny. Gay! That's funny. But still,
It was the timing of it.
but still, it's just the accumulation of every time she was speaking, she's been dismissed. When she's trying to bring a little bit of balance, it's like, no, that's not the agenda. The agenda right now is to hate men.
The agenda right now is to hate men.
I'm not sitting here and just whine about this shit because like it's normal. I see this like since I was fresh. But I'll say this: I just think it sets a bad example. Like, what do you guys say to young men nowadays? You know, you guys want to say, hey guys, it's better if you guys are a bit more emotional. Sure. Saying stuff like men are useless, men are trash. Like, bro, it's the same as these dudes be out here like, yo, women are bitches, and you guys are like, oh my god, misogyny. Sure. What do you think you're doing? What kind of message are you sending to the world? You know, men already feel like. Oftentimes, ostracized from society from a schooling standpoint, from a relationship standpoint, from a dating standpoint, and then there's messaging like this on television. What signal you guys sending? You know, and I'm always very careful. At least I think I try to be to not say like, "Oh, women are useless," and women are. But there's people who do say stuff like that, and I always think it's bad, right? Because I don't want my audience or the young women watching to start internalizing that because I know how it fucks with their head. Do you guys not think about that shit? I don't know. It just seems a bit irresponsible. That's all I think. Anything else?
I agree. That was given disappointed African dad. But yeah, I mean, I agree with pretty much everything they said. This was just a very goofy segment. This is why I don't watch daytime television. Like, what are y'all even talking about? But yeah, like I said, this is just the oppressed group's way of swinging back. They want to fight back in some way. Makes them feel like they have some type of power, I feel like. But also some of these women might experience that. They may feel like their husbands are not helping out enough. But that woman who's married to that millionaire and he's like a lawyer and a politician, like, this nigga is busy. So yeah, he's not he's not really gonna be there to help out. He got shit to do. But you know, this was also a topic on the video I reacted to yesterday where you had some women who were deserted by the father of their children, but also some women who were married to the father of their children and still felt like those men were not stepping up and helping out. So they felt like they switched up on them and just completely stepped back and didn't do anything when the woman had the baby. So that was discussed. So maybe, you know, they feel like that as well. But it's like, y'all are all with rich men, I assume. So it's like, what are y'all even talking about? This is just stupid. But I feel like they are pandering to the lonely, bitter women at home who hate men. That's what it's giving, because it's like, this is just stupid. Things y'all are saying don't even make sense most of the time. Men need women, women need men. Like, aside from procreating, like, what type of world would that be? Like, that would just be so boring. Like, all men are all women? Who wants to do that? What are y'all talking about? Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!